Costco literally sells everything, but have you ever wondered what are the things that I should avoid buying at Costco? I'm gonna reveal 10 things that you should never buy at Costco so you could save money, space, and limit waste. Watch till the end of this video to hear about a very popular food item that you need to avoid. It's gonna surprise you. Picture this, you have a family of 4 and you love Costco. Because Costco is a one-stop shop for everything from your tires, to your socks, to your eggs, you decided it makes sense to buy everything for your family there. But did you know you could be tricking yourself into buying things you shouldn't buy? I'm gonna help you avoid those things. Let's get started. The first item to avoid is condiments. Now, unless you're throwing a huge party, do you really need 10 pounds of condiments? There's a good chance you won't finish it before it expires. One time I bought this huge tub of Hellmann's mayonnaise and it honestly stayed in our fridge for about a year and a half. My wife kept asking me what I'm gonna do with that mayonnaise and I kept saying that I was gonna make deviled eggs. Hint, I didn't. And we ended up throwing the mayonnaise with still half the tub left. Plus, these huge containers of condiments take up so much space in your fridge and pantry. The second item you need to avoid buying at Costco are over-the-counter medicines. Now, assuming that you and your family are not sick or in pain all the time, you're probably better off buying the smaller container of medication at CVS or Target. Now, I've had these meds for as long as I could remember. I have this allergy medicine. This expired June 2021, and there's still a lot left. I have this mucus relief chest expectorant, so there's 200 tablets in here. Looks like there's still more than half the bottle left, and this expired November 2022. I have this acetaminophen with 400 rapid release gel caps. There's still a lot left, and this expired July 2021. So the lesson here is don't be like me and just have a bunch of expired medicines in your closet. The next item to avoid at Costco are spices, especially the spices that you only need small amounts of in your recipes. Now think of spices like cumin, ginger, cinnamon. Unless you're a restaurant, the average family is not going to be able to finish a container of those types of spices. It's so tempting to not buy spices in bulk, especially when Costco has a whole aisle dedicated to it. The sad truth is that spices lose their potency over time, so next time you're at Costco, don't be tempted to buy that huge tub of sriracha seasoning. I know this is going to be an unpopular opinion, but number 4 is Kirkland Signature toilet paper. I know, I'm going to get a lot of flack for it, and it's actually one of their best-selling items at Costco. But hear me out. They must have changed toilet paper suppliers because the last time we bought Kirkland Signature toilet paper, it was rough, the plies came apart easier, and it was a lot thinner. Honestly, we want to do everything in our power to avoid the dreaded finger through the toilet paper. You know what I'm talking about. We bought the Charmin pack at Costco and it's honestly night and day when compared to Kirkland Signature. So show your backside some love. Spend a little bit more money on the name brand toilet paper. You and your guests will thank you for it. The next item to avoid at Costco are sauces, especially new sauces that you've never tried before. My wife and I took a chance on these sauces. This is the yuzu sauce and this is the deep roasted sesame kewpie sauce. And honestly, we're not big fans of them. Don't take the risk in buying new sauces even if you've sampled them and you thought it tastes good. For some reason, it always tastes better when you sample it at Costco, but when you bring it home, you're just like, I shouldn't have bought that. One exception to this is that I would buy sauces that are tried and true, the ones that I know and love. For example, for me, that's Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. I love that stuff, but even that has its own expiration date, so proceed with caution. Number 6 is bread and pastries. Now this is the danger zone of Costco because there's so much goodies here and it's so tempting to buy. By the time you've combed through the aisles of Costco and you get to the bread and pastries, you're probably a little bit hungry and you're looking at these bread and pastries, you're like, I gotta buy this stuff right now. Unless you're having a big party or have a big family, it's gonna be a real challenge to finish these while they're still fresh. And I know people will say that you could just freeze these items, but think how much space they take up in your freezer. And come on, who's excited to eat frozen bread and pastries? By the time you thaw them, they're just not the same anymore. Also, nothing's better than fresh bread and pastries. We deserve fresh, not frozen. If you're enjoying this so far, please give this video a like so that YouTube could push this video to other people like you. Number 7 are fruits and vegetables. Yes, they're essential, but you might be biting off more than you can chew by ending up with more than you can consume before they spoil. One exception here is if you're a super planner for your family and you meal prep in advance for your family and you plan to use that whole bag of fruits and veggies in 1 week. And I've been there. In theory, it's a great idea to buy your fruits and veggies in bulk, but in practice, I always end up with leftover veggies and fruits that I end up just throwing away. So do yourself a favor, go to the local grocery store, buy only what you need, and it'll be guaranteed fresh. The next item to avoid at Costco are mattresses. We spend 1/3 of our lives in bed, so the last thing you want is to have a bed that you either don't like or only kinda like. Unfortunately at Costco, you can't sample the bed like you sample the hummus. Even though when I'm saying it out loud now, sampling beds at Costco wouldn't be such a bad idea. Now, of course, you could buy the bed, Try it at home, decide you don't like it, and return it. But honestly, the thought of lugging a used mattress back to Costco is just tiring. There is a lot to say about trying the bed and also comparing that bed to other beds as well. So instead of taking a chance, go to the mattress store, try out all the beds, and find the mattress that's perfect for you. The next item to avoid are jarred foods. Think twice before you decide to buy that huge jar of olives, capers, or artichoke hearts. More often than not, when the initial excitement of the product fades, it usually gets lost in the back of the fridge, never to be eaten again. Check out this jar of green olives that I found at the back of our fridge. Honestly, I think it's been there for about 6 to 8 months, and that's kind of gross. I mean, take a look at this. Ew, is that mold? Point being, avoid jarred foods at Costco. The moment that you've been waiting for, one of Costco's most popular items that you should avoid is rotisserie chicken. Has anyone noticed that the rotisserie chicken has a weird taste to it? My wife and I have noticed this sort of chemical sort of taste, and we also found some parts of the chicken that were undercooked. Even a whole Reddit thread on it complaining about the rotisserie chicken. Some people said that Costco brought the chickens in-house, and ever since that happened, it's never tasted the same. Also, you gotta remember that it's 2023, where gas prices are $100 a gallon. So for Costco to sell rotisserie chicken at $5, that is pure insanity. It's almost too good to be true, where you're like, something's gotta give, and it's in the quality somehow, some way. It makes me really sad, honestly, because I grew up on rotisserie chicken, but I don't think I'll be buying rotisserie chicken in the near future. Now, I know this pick might be controversial, but do you agree with me or not? Have you had the rotisserie chicken lately? Do you think it tastes the same? Do you think it tastes different? Let me know in the comments down below. You are now armed with the knowledge of what items to avoid at Costco, so the next time you go, you can save money, save fridge space, and honestly, save your stomach. If you love Costco and are living that crazy Costco life, watch our next video right over here.